Welcome to NocBro Nation.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Jarrell.
And I'm Josh, and today we're here to review issue 185 of The Walking Dead.
On the road, and what an amazing issue. On guard, not on the road. What am I talking about?
About time you mess up.
Yeah, don't forget to pick up the variant cover by Bill Sienkiewicz, Jesus, which is an amazing cover, but
Indeed.
On guard, yeah, this stuff is ramping up.
Really good issue. Really good issue.
Yeah. So we pick up right where we left off with Dwight just sitting in Rick's room waiting for him, and they're having a pretty heated conversation. The gist of it is Dwight wants to call for his army, bring him to the Commonwealth, and take over.
Yeah, and Rick wants nothing to do with it. No. Nothing at all.
And it's funny because it kind of goes back to, Rick is kind of explaining, like, look, have you not learned anything? How the Negan philosophy is kind of coming out in him. It's like, this place has a lot of resources, a lot of things, and you want to take that. Now, Dwight's side of things, he's looking at it like, we've only been here for maybe a day or two?
Yeah.
And these people, I can see it in these people. They are not down with how this place is being, the leadership is. So I think that we should take over and bring them on our side. And Rick's just like, no, man. He's pretty pissed off.
The next panel, we cut to Carl Grimes, who is waking up in bed next to Lydia. Mm-hmm. And I love this first part because it reveals to us that Carl is fully aware that Rick, his father, is in the Commonwealth and has traveled to the Commonwealth. And he expresses kind of a little bit of worry for his dad. He's glad that Michonne stayed.
Right.
But he's just worried because there's so much unknown with the Commonwealth.
Yeah. So as he's walking through the hall, he bumps into Sophia, and he kind of plays it off like, oh, I was going to the bathroom. And she's like, well, there's a bathroom a lot closer to you, but I know that you just came out of Lydia's room.
Yeah, she's
so
pissed. She's not pissed. She's not pissed, but she wants to get some.
She's got some hormones right now. And she's like, I'm the only person who's not having sex. The boys here suck.
Yeah. And here's Carl trying to give her some, maybe some mates that, would match good with her, and she doesn't want anything out of it. It's obvious that I feel at least that she's got something for Carl.
She still has feelings for him, and and she's been upset previously when she found out that, Carl and Lydia are kind of a lot closer than, he doesn't talk to Sophia that much anymore. So, but she does give him a little quick look like, hey, you wanna? And Carl kind of like, all right, good night, see you later.
She wants to bump uglies.
She does. The next part is actually really interesting with Magna and Yumiko.
Yep.
It's strange because Magna is, still on guard duty. Yumiko finds it strange, but Magna, she wants to fight again. She wants another war.
No, I don't think she wants to have another war, but she's worried that another war will escalate because of Commonwealth.
No, she wants to. She actually says that. Where does she say it?
Prove me.
Yeah.
Prove to me.
Rick is gonna. So I just keep looking at those dark streets below and can't help but wonder, when is the next war going to start? And
exactly.
How long it's going to take it to get there? But
that's not her saying, I want to go to war.
Well,
that's her saying, again, there's so much unknown about it.
But she does say, I'd rather fight in another war than live on the road for so much as a week.
Well, that's because Yumiko says, hey, rather than having a war, we can go out on our own and we can get away from this. Right. And if you had a choice to go to war or be out surrounded by tens of thousands of walkers, you'd probably pick a war as well.
Maybe.
I mean, yeah.
I took it as she wanted to fight again, but yeah, maybe she's just saying that.
I absolutely don't think she wants to fight, but I just think that she feels like a lot of people that it's inevitable that it's going to happen.
Yeah, she does say that it would be nice, if she had, for the quiet times, but she's worried that the quiet times eventually leads to bad things happening. But,
yeah,
maybe things will change.
The thing about that, though, is Magna really has we don't know too much backstory on Magna, but she's really only been in one war. Mm-hmm. And that was the Whisperer War.
Right, yeah. So we'll see what happens. So we get back to the Commonwealth, and Rick is having a nice lunch with Michonne and Elodie, and
This was hilarious.
It's funny. He's taken back by this.
I shouldn't say hilarious. This was bad.
It was bad, but it was.
I'm talking about Michonne's part.
Oh, Michonne's part, yeah. But Rick is just in awe because he's sitting down eating a meal, being served food by a waiter.
Table. Like, when was the last time in this apocalyptic world that he actually got to sit down at a table with waiters and be served food? Right. And here's Michonne saying, "I know, it's great, isn't it? Can you imagine coming back to the real world after an apocalypse and be a waitress?"
And then the waitress behind her, Michonne immediately feels bad for saying that. And Rick's kind of like, well, I kind of get what you're saying, but yeah, it's kind of... Michonne just feels extremely horrible for what she said.
And that's the thing, though. Like, you can kind of see that this place is starting to maybe change her a little bit. Mm-hmm. And even Elodie's like, Mom, what are you saying?
Right. So it's... Yeah, even Elodie says, it takes like a month or two for things to wear off, and then you start settling in a little bit more. And immediately Rick's, starts crying. Profusely, and the reason is that he wishes Andrea was here to see this. So he's just feeling emotional. Moment.
Yeah, he's feeling emotional. We've talked about this before in comic reviews of The Walking Dead since Andrea's been gone. That we hope that it doesn't we don't get issues upon issues upon issues of him grieving for Andrea. The placement of his grieving is perfect.
Yeah, it fit. It really did, because he's at a vulnerable moment. He's seeing, what good could possibly be, and he wishes Andrea was there to see it. So,
sad.
Yeah, very sad. Very sad. So another quick shot with Eugene and Stephanie. He's looking over the train, and he sees that, hey, this train is in better shape than I thought. This could really work. And then Stephanie just comes in for the kiss. And they have a nice little kissy moment together.
Bow wow.
So they're gonna get on that train.
A lot of tension happening.
Yeah. We get with Lance and the governor, and she is, Lance is still trying to apologize for how things went, and she's just like, look, don't stop telling me what you did wrong, that it is your fault. Let's just try to fix it.
Yeah.
And how do we fix it?
This was bad. So she says, we need more presence of our troops out there. Double the troops on the streets and let them see that they are safe, but more importantly, let them see our numbers.
Yeah.
She wants them to know that for every person there is two troops, two armies. So it's almost like a dictatorship, a rule.
It is. Yeah. So one of her guys comes in, said Rick is coming, making his way in. So he gets there. And the first thing is that the governor tells him to sit, which he does. And then she's standing over him, right? And that's what Rick says. He says, you prefer to have people looking up at you? And she's like, you're getting to know me very quickly. She's trying to, she's trying to, show her power, because she knows Rick is a leader. So she's just trying to show that.
Rick has shown her up since he's gotten there, helping others clean, really getting a presence from people that he is a good person and might possibly be a better leader. It's her kind of instilling her power.
Yeah. So the big thing is they don't really get into much conversation. She does ask about, I heard that you were crying earlier, and he's like, he's like, I knew somebody was watching me.
He's like, I should have known.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but she's like, oh, there's a lot of people here, and word travels fast. But he's like, you know what? It's no big deal. It's just I lost somebody, and I wish they were here.
He does say that he lost Andrea. Reference her as his wife.
He does,
which is pretty interesting, because we didn't actually get a marriage.
That is true. Yeah,
he does reference Andrea as his wife, and that was really cool.
That is cool.
We do get another little piece of information that Governor Milton lost her daughter before she became the governor.
She probably killed her. No, but then is the big test from Dwight. So Dwight is walking the streets. He's seeing these guards, and he starts a little...
He picks a fight.
Yeah. And what's interesting is that he's, the guards are like, stay calm. He's like, I am being calm. I'm not doing anything. The guards...
Get your hands off of me.
Right. The guards want to arrest him just because he's, even Dwight is like yelling and people are watching. He's like, you're going to arrest me for raising my voice at you? I did nothing. But the people around there are like, don't hurt this man.
Get your hands off of him.
Let him
Leave
go.
him alone. He did nothing. So he's inciting the crowd. He's getting the crowd on his side.
He's wanting to see how the crowd reacts to see if they're for the troops or against the troops.
Exactly.
So, and he does his job. And at the end, he's like, all right, it's fine. I will surrender, right? And then you see this big smirk on his face. And then Rick goes in to talk to him in the jail. And Dwight even says,
Mercer's standing outside the jail. Let's keep that in mind.
Hearing this entire conversation. Yeah. Dwight's like, yep, it was a test, and they passed. And this is where he goes into his spiel again. He's like, look, we can, if we make our move, we can do this. The people,
they don't like the soldiers.
They're not for it.
Yeah, they're not for it. And furthermore, the soldiers are outnumbered. So this is our opportunity. We can take this place.
Yeah, and Rick is not having it. He goes into a deep explanation of like the two types of people and how we're all trying to become equals now, and you can't separate. It's not a thing of good and evil anymore. He's going into a big thing, and he's just trying to tell Dwight that we're trying to build something. We're trying to become equals again, and what you're doing is really dangerous.
Well, yeah, and he acknowledges. He's like, look, I understand that what is happening here is not right. It's not okay. And they shouldn't be in charge.
And he sees that. He's understanding it.
He fully understands that. Yeah. But he also says, just because you don't like the way they do things doesn't mean that we take them by force.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You don't take the leaders out just because you may not like what they're doing. He tells him he has to stop.
Yeah, so he's given this, in a way, it was a really powerful speech to Dwight. And I don't think Dwight perceived it that well. I don't think Dwight fully understands. But as he's walking out, here's Mercer, who just got finished listening to the whole conversation. And he says, Rick Grimes, go ahead.
You're the leader the Commonwealth needs.
Yeah. So he hears this powerful speech that he's giving to Dwight. He's already seen Rick take up arms, help him fight walkers. He's seen Rick help the community.
And Mercer's kind of already started on
his way out.
Fence. He's already been on the fence. So.
You could make an argument that Mercer is kind of on the people's side too.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he sees this powerful leader, this leader that people want to follow rather than have to follow.
Right.
It was an amazing way to end the issue.
It was great. And I think, also Mercer, being in, taking tour and being in Alexandria and understanding that, you can actually do whatever job you want, help out in every way you can, not just you were this job at the, pre-apocalypse and this is what you're doing now because of this is how the Commonwealth is being organized.
Yeah.
And
Mercer reminds me of a guy that, he's powerful. He's this brute. He's this strong guy. But he almost reminds me of a character that really doesn't want to do what he's doing. Like, he's good at it, but, like, he reminds me of, like, he has a passion for something else.
Yeah. So, amazing issue. We're getting close to the 187 issue where it's going to be a big storyline, but I think there's going to be some tension going on. We're going to have to see, how Dwight gets out of jail, if he has to go through some type of court proceeding.
Yeah.
If Michonne's going to be his lawyer.
That there's a judge. We do know that there's a legal system. It'll be very interesting. I think possibly 187. Are we going to get some type of an election?
Yeah.
Or people fighting for an election?
Or a riot?
Yeah.
Or just a mutiny?
Really interesting, guys. Let us know what you thought of issue 185. On Guard. Comment below what you thought of the issue. Follow us at NocBro Nation on Facebook and Twitter. Give us the video a thumbs up, and please subscribe to the channel if you're new.
Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll see you next month for 186. We're NocBro Nation.
We're out.